Hey, it's your boy Salav, behind the camera. Well, as you can see, I'm in the loop, but don't you worry, we can talk. We can still talk. I got a second, and I don't want to get bored. Let's talk about boxing. In the morning, I sometimes read articles to do with boxing. Every morning when I wake up, trust me, it's the first thing that I do. I check it out so that I know and I'm up to date. As you all know, there was a huge upset with the discussions that were going on between the unification of the division between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. That motherfucker had and didn't handle that shit properly. You see, Deontay Wilder had offered them 50 million US dollars, baby. That's not the kind of cash we mention every day, leave alone come by every day. But they still turned that shit down, Tim. At first they were saying Deontay was bluffing, he didn't have the cash. And then he produced the cash. Those are hustlers, baby, real hustlers. Don't think that they don't got that shit before you check it out. So they had that shit and went to confirm, and indeed he said he admitted to have confirmed that the cash was indeed there. And then he went on with the other processes, now trying to complicate matters, coming to the media to feed them with lies upon lies about how Deontay doesn't want to sign the contracts and shit. But you all know who was lying. The person lying was the person to dispute from the beginning that there was no cash when there was cash. And when there was cash, and he couldn't now talk about the cash no more, he wants to talk about other processes of signing the contract. Of course, I do not agree with Eddie Hearn. Is the disease in boxing is turning boxing into business, baby. We're no longer enjoying the game because of the likes of Eddie Hearn. This is the disease we want to eliminate from boxing, you know what I'm saying? Now look, away from the division unification, I want to tell you this. When I was reading that article in the morning, there was somewhere it was quoted that now the fight that's going to happen, the mandatory challenger, that's Alexander Povetkin, who is a mandatory challenger of Anthony Joshua right now, that is supposed to sign a VADF form, that's Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency Drug Testing Form, that if he doesn't, he ain't gonna fight. If AJ doesn't either, he ain't gonna fight. When you say something is voluntary, I think it's not supposed to affect you in any way. It's not about the semantics, I know, trust me. So leave alone the grammar side of it alone. But then I ask you, it begs the question, how do you leave the grammar side of it alone when it's this grammar that you're using to communicate what you think is the case? If you don't sign, you don't fight, but still it's voluntary. So it's voluntary on one side, but on the other hand, if you don't sign, you don't fight. Humans are horrible, baby. Humans are horrible. Another thing I wanna say, if you're a short motherfucker, you don't stand no chance in boxing unless you a Mike Tyson. Unless you Iron Mike Tyson. That motherfucker was 5'8". And Don Joshua is 6'7". Same height as Klitschko. My nigga Deontay is 6'7". And AJ, sorry, is 6'6". Klitschko is 6'6". My nigga Deontay is 6'7". Tyson Fury is 6'9". That's a tall motherfucker, but trust me, my son, Deontay is gonna smoke him out. My nigga is a tough nigga. He's the baddest motherfucker on the planet right now. And if you ain't a Deontay Wilder fan, then you're a hater. And you know what, baby? This is for you. And just keep sitting on it as you watch my nigga Deontay do his surgical work. Like, he clinically operates on opponents. That nigga, man. I don't want to talk much about that nigga. But what I'm saying, Alexander Povetkin is 10 years Anthony Joshua's senior. He is 38 years. Anthony Joshua is 28. That motherfucker, Alexander Povetkin, is out of gas, baby. You know, as you age, you slow down, man. You know the same spring chicken you used to be. You ain't the same tough nigga you used to be during your prime. Your prime time is normally, if you ask me, between your early 20s and mid mid 30s. But when we talk about it, the 30-year-old motherfucker, man, that's a motherfucker that is running out of gas, baby. That is not that is an improper matchup, baby. You know, it doesn't really make sense. You avoid my nigga Deontay, who was 32 years. That nigga was born in 86. He's just 32. AJ is 28. That's the proper matchup, if you ask me. Now, when you go for a nigga like that Russian motherfucker, Alexander Povetkin, oh my god, that's an old motherfucker, man. An old motherfucker, man, who should be left alone to enjoy his boxing sunset time alone in peace, baby. He's trying to finalize his career. You know what I'm saying? Now look, they can dark my nigga Deontay for some time, but it ain't gonna be forever. Deontay ain't going nowhere. And Jay, I pray that you also stick it out there, man, a little bit long, but at the end of the day, he's gonna baptize ya. My nigga's gonna baptize ya. So you can run, but you can't hide. Oh, sorry, AJ, I could be wrong. Actually, the other day I read some article about you, not so happy. I mean, with the way your team, that's Eddie Han and the father, I don't know who Rihan or something you call that, whatever you call that motherfucker, they handle the discussions between Deontay, between the title unifications. They should have unified the division ever since Lennox Lewis, man. He was the undisputed heavyweight boxer during that time, and it was to happen this time around when Deontay was to reclaim that title to be his by right. It's been always his ever since I knew him, because it's never been fun and it's never been paid, and it's gonna be paid in the near future, man. He really believes he's gonna make it 51-0. It's gonna beat that. No heavyweight boxer has ever been in that, and it's gonna happen because I know who we are talking about. His boxing style is unorthodox. You don't know where Deontay is gonna punch next. You don't know where it's coming from. Call him the windmill or whatever you like. Why all you want, but he's the best, baby. And you can't learn his style. It's just natural. His animal athleticism is just so natural. Like the way it comes is unpredictable. That's why you can't pay him. Even you do the stats, even you do online statistics, and you say everything points towards, in favor of Anthony Joshua, still, it don't mean shit. My nigga Deontay, baby, good stance on this way. He is a normal human being outside the ring, but inside the ring is the base you don't wanna be put together with, because you know what? He's a predator, baby. He's gonna prey on you. You are the game, and it's gonna, he looks at you like flesh, and he's a carnivore, and it's gonna devour you. So you better run when you can, like AJ is doing, if you don't want no trouble. But there's one memorable fight I remember, AJ fight that I remember, and I wanna be associated with, that I love so much, when he clinically annihilated that motherfucker Dylan White. That motherfucker was talking too much, and AJ fucking shut him up in the 7. He knocked him out cold. Dylan White, you a bitch. And AJ proved that, and there's nothing in history you ever gonna do to change that? You feel me, baby? Sorry, don't mind the setting of this video. Sometimes you take a lot of time shitting and you wonder, what am I gonna do the entire fucking time, man? Sometimes you talk about why you love and it makes the process a little bit smooth, a little bit easy, you know what I'm saying? You feel me, baby? Yeah, I'm a Deontay fan till I die. You feel me? Wait, that scene knocks you the fuck out. That's for you, AJ, bro. Bye bye.